Playing Arc Raiders is like hanging out with that one friend who has an extremely unhealthy lifestyle and will most likely die in 3 months. I'm having fun, but I worry about you, my friend. I love this game. I haven't had fun with a game like I have with Arc Raiders in literal years. And I'm sure the internet feels the same too, because look at these Steam numbers. That's nuts. But something is worrying me. This game feels like it's on the cusp of exhaling its final breath, mainly because of how quickly the player base has gone from being the nicest, most respectful PvP community to actual wild dogs looking for a baby to scarf down. Now, extraction shooters aren't typically known for their respectful, friendly, and all-around kind-hearted player bases. They're known for melting in their seats, paying $43.92 for a DoorDash order that consists of soggy fries and an E. coli-filled burrito, and shooting you on sight. No tip for the DoorDash, by the way. How cruel. It's not fun. It's never been fun. I just can't see in what world that could ever be fun. It's why the only people that end up sticking with extraction shooters are those that are unemployed, have no honeys, and are packing on a few stones. Along with streamers, a superfecta of misery, delusion, and human deluge. I say all of this because Arc Raiders should have been the exception. When the game first released, not even a month ago as of the writing of this video, people were great. I mean, real respectful, kind, caring, understanding, everything you would want in a multiplayer game. But that honeymoon phase did not last. We've gone from people being surprisingly affable and cooperative to becoming the most cowardly rat bastards I've seen in a game. In a matter of weeks, no less. So why? Why is everyone calling it quits on the positivity and diving frontal lobe first into wretchedness? After consuming a near lethal amount of East Asian medicinal herbs that claim to improve my cognitive abilities, I have been guided to some possible reasons as to why Arc Raiders is evolving, but backwards. Now, brace yourselves for some 8th layer dissection of the modern societal zeitgeist. Social media might be causing slight cognitive decay in the average person. Big, I know. But it's these statements that keep all of you coming back. Arc Raiders' success can be partly attributed to the, and may Allah forgive me for uttering these shaitani words, content creation sphere. I'm sure your myopia-riddled eyes have observed a few instances of the game online. That's all well and good, it brings more players into the game. However, streamers are evil. A majority of these clips are these demi-humans playing like they're prime Pol Pot, playing like they need to be as evil as a person can be, pushing the boundaries of immoral and sinful acts, and indulging in the pain they've caused against their fellow man, yelping with inhuman delight. There is no soul inside these people. Just a Disney Plus subscription and 20 million points in the Wendy's app. This wouldn't be too much of an issue if these streamers just existed within a vacuum. However, and unfortunately, they have the pull that's needed to infect the masses with their ignoble method of playstyle. Do not twist my words. PvP should remain ever present in Arc Raiders. There wouldn't be much of a game if PvP was just outright removed. Much of my enjoyment has come from the fast-paced, heart-pounding, deadly encounters I've had with other players. And to step down from my soapbox for a second, I'm fully cognizant of the fact that part of the fun of extraction shooters is being able to kill someone and pry their slightly more valuable gear from their dying hands. But with everything in life, you can still be a gentleman about this. One of my more memorable PvP encounters occurred on that one map that looks like the ancient Illyrian land that is now known as Albania. We stumbled across another squad, greeted each other kindly and warmly, and proceeded to shoot each other as best as we could. We bested them with our pure luck, vocalized a few GGs, and watched as they slipped from their mortal coil into Death's Garden. This is what PvP should be. Deadly, but respectful and honorable. This led to me feeling as though Arc Raiders was different, that this game would be the one extraction shooter that would birth a player base whose mindset aligns more with the rope and less with the stick. The first strand-based shooter, if you will. Naivety is a strong wool cloth that clouds the mind from the harsh truths of this world. And it had its cloth over my eyes. I've been ratted extract camped and been fed lies before being riddled with bullets the second I let my guard down to those I believed shared a human soul. The first gentlemen I fought looked like saints compared to these knuckle-dragging troglodytes. What monolithic hellscape breeds these inhuman beasts?
Just came back from one of the Diddy parties.
There's no doubt in my mind that the streamers who will plunge us into otherworldly fire and brimstone are the ones polluting the minds of the hundreds of thousands of pure souls who log on each day. When a viewer sees these paragons of evil cut down an innocent through dishonorable, disrespectful, and downright cruel tactics, it sends a jolt of excitement through them that maybe they should try it too. For example, please observe this clip I found while procrastinating writing the script. Here, we see this greasy chode taking advantage of people's good nature and amicable behavior and booby-trapping the last extract during the hidden bunker event on Spaceport. Do you hear the porcine squeals of joy this dude emits when he kills the people that understand basic respect and common courtesy? You know this motherfucker ate lunch in the bathroom in high school. Not only that, but as of my writing of this video, the new map is riddled with people glitching into the walls and gunning down other players from completely invisible and unreachable vantage points. This type of content will lead to two outcomes for the average viewer. The first sees how miserable this game is when these pungent smelling scum infect every lobby, leading to cheap deaths at the hands of low oxygen at birth individuals. And I cannot blame them for avoiding the game at all costs. Enjoy all the good this world has to offer, because you won't find any of that good here. The second will take a break from their torturing of small animals and become inspired by these cruel acts and replicate it as much as they can, seeding enjoyment from the harsh treatment of others for no reward other than the pure hatred flowing faster through their shriveled hearts. This will lead to those with hearts that still beat with kindness to be pushed aside, being replaced by those that want nothing but blood on their hands. They'll see others committing such hate-filled acts online and feel a sense of validation, leading to further cruelty and a player base that cannibalizes itself. This vicious cycle will eventually lead to everyone camping the extract until some sorry sap that just wanted to extract the toaster is sent to Kingdom Come for committing the crime of simply existing within the same lobby as these monsters. The PvE elements will go unnoticed because the only thing that these cretins care about is expanding their ever-growing hatred out onto others. The game will devolve into a wasteland harsher than anything that the developers could conjure up if they tried. Now, I've spent a better part of this entire script spouting very negative outlooks and observations about the state of this game. I want to make sure that you all know that I am a rather pleasant person to be around. Kindness is a goal whose goalpost batters me over the head with each passing day, but I will never give up trying to score. If I may attempt to parse some positive outlook from the ranting you've so graciously sat through, it's that I do genuinely believe that there is a way out of this pit that these players seem dead set on digging. Arc Raiders can and will be a game worth playing again. However, there are those out there that want nothing more than this world to feel whatever pain that they think they've gone through. So, what do we do? It may be a bitter pill to swallow, but the simplest answer is to take some time for yourself. Log off the game and return after maybe 8 or so months. Hopefully within that time, these cave-dwelling freaks will have scurried to another cavern where they can then torture the local population. It pains me to say this because even now, I still have the desire to log on and chase the high that this game gave me in those first few tech tests. But when I get extract camped for the 3rd raid in a row and feel an adrenaline-fueled rage so palpable that my hands are involuntarily shaking, it's time to step away. Perhaps this game isn't for me, and I should instead divert my attention to those $8 friend slop games that are definitely not becoming a bit stale at this point. But who knows? Maybe the game's player base will be a bit smaller, but a bit kinder for it. Maybe the game will fizzle out. Maybe none of the above. I just hope that these dolts don't suck the life from this game, but I fear it's already started. And all the decent folk like you and I can do is wait for the virus that is these kissless virgins to glut themselves on the grief of others until they eventually burn themselves out. Hopefully we'll see a game where people who still wish to PvP are able to conduct it in a way that isn't maximized for human suffering. Look, if you want to kill me and take my stuff, that's totally fine. That's part of the game. Just don't do it in the most Israeli way possible. I hope you can keep your heart free from hatred and misery and spread that kindness to everyone you come across. New videos every,